Oh, this is so sweet. I collect so many things. Would you like to share this journey with me? I will show you the prizes I got today. So come along with me, come on and join in the chase. Yeah! Alright folks, in today's episode, we're going out 3 days of thrifting through Southern California, and we're gonna hit the same spots probably every single day. And the intention is to make big profit. So I want you to come along with me. Let's see what we get on this adventure, but I'm guessing we're gonna do very well. So hang tight. Let's do this. What's happening, folks? Tripler here. We made 2 stops. The first stop was Salvation Army, and I spent $18.98. I picked up a copy of Toy Story. Now, the reason why I grabbed this and this particular time of year is that the Disney stuff is selling really fast. Anytime I've put up anything Disney related, whether it's new or used, I'm selling it relatively quick. You saw that I noted a couple other things. There was that Snoopy telephone, which looked really cool. And then there was also the Dream Machine. The Snoopy telephone was hit or miss. I saw some comps going for as high as 50 or 60, but I saw some lower ones for 25. Even at the 50 or 60 price range, there's no way that I could test that thing. And it wasn't in the best condition. It was in okay condition, so I left it behind for $25. What I did pick up, though, was this Pokemon set just sitting there. It wasn't even considered a collectible, which it definitely is. The first card on the front bottom left is a $25 Charizard card, and I really don't know a whole lot about Pokemon. I know enough that some of the characters are clearly worth some good money. And this set, the first 2 pages are holos and, you know, EX cards, so I know that there's some money to be made here. And for $8, this was an absolute no-brainer. Plus, I think this case, trading card binder, is actually worth some money as well. Treasure Dragon Gold. This is a nice pickup for $9. I think it retails for over $20. Simple item to ship. The second stop was this guy. Now, any type of hunting electronic device, I highly recommend scanning. This is for hunting. It is a turbo dog. This is 36 sounds for expert hunting. And I'm a little afraid to guess what they're hunting because there are literally wolves on the front of this. That's kind of freaky. Anyway, that retails used for $75, and I picked it up for 15 bucks. We are going to have a wonderful day thrifting. I'm going to show you some things that we're doing in the warehouse today, but let's get this day started. It's an old club, but this thing used to be super nice. Now I just picked up a set of Nike clubs, so this would be perfect for that. There's no packaging in there. If anyone has been in events, I think they know what this is. Let me show you. Like a Zap banner. So you can replace this banner piece, and it's got a pole in the back, which I'll check to see if that's still in there. these up, and they're going for like 35 bucks a piece, and they're super light. They're under a pound, so those will ship cheap. I want $6 for them. I'm gonna take them. All right, so that was a Goodwill stop, and it was okay. What was interesting was they always get new golf clubs, and I think that for many of you that are going to the sporting goods section, you might pass over the golf clubs, but I would recommend that you take a deeper look at some of them. There are some obvious brands like TaylorMade, Cobra, and a few others, Nike, that you should at least do yourself a favor and look them up. That was an easy one because I found a Cobra. It's a relatively old Cobra hybrid driver, but it is actually still sells pretty well. It sells for $60. I picked it up for $3. The question is, how do you ship that thing? Now, there are longer boxes that you can get, and that's really all you need to do. You could just wrap the head, clean it up, wrap the head, and then put it in these sort of long, small, skinny boxes and ship them off, and they don't weigh a whole lot. So I recommend doing that. But that first one, we got the Cobra hybrid driver. We got the Nike golf bag, which now I can complete the Nike set. So I'm just gonna lot those into this bag. With those Nike clubs and the bag, I think I can sell it for over 100 local. Aside from that, the only thing else I picked up were those two, I don't know if they were inflatable chairs, whatever they were, Trek chairs. They sell pretty well, and again, something I knew nothing about. Highly recommend scanning new items and seeing what you get, and that was a good purchase. So on to the next. We're on our way to two of my favorite mom and pop thrift stores here in Long Beach. Now, I don't go there often. I go there at least, I'd say, once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Before we do that, we're gonna get some lunch, and I'm gonna treat myself today with some sushi. Southern California sushi is delicious and divine. Oh yeah. This place is awesome. Well, some very sad news at this last store I went to. They went from selling DVDs, I don't know, a few weeks ago, $1 a piece. They're up to $3 now. So either thrift stores are doing really well and they feel that they can jack up their prices, or maybe he's got a clientele or a market of people that are just snatching this stuff up, but for $3 a DVD, I know I need to get out. I'm gonna test this thing. This could be awesome. Check these out too. Like that one up. Alright, that is a late 90s, early 2000s Hot Wheels. Alright guys, we are now a day later. Yesterday was a little disappointing. One of my favorite thrift stores, which has been good to me over the years, and it doesn't always have to be good. It wasn't disappointing that I didn't find something. It was disappointing that they're at a place where they're increasing their prices. And I used the example of DVDs, and that wasn't the only example. There were plenty others where they were just increasing the price. We have gone to our first stop, which is usually Goodwill because it's right next to my house. We'll hit Salvation Army on the way to the warehouse, and then we always swing by, as I mentioned yesterday, that little mom and pop shop, and you just never know what you find in that spot. So last year I was not organized at all, and I absolutely shredded it from November to the end of December. I mean, I absolutely killed it. And January was actually very good to me as well. So I think the most important thing right now is to be ready, and the only thing I can do to be ready is continuing to list. And I have no problem spending about 6 or 7 hours listing in a day. That is something I've been doing. So in any case, on to Salvation Army, on to Mom Pop Shop, and then to the warehouse. Oh my God. Amazing. Hey guys, so we're just gonna do a quick recap of what we picked up at that last stop. So, and the first one at Goodwill. So in no particular order, this is a Toy Story 4 Barbie, and it retails for about $22. It is new in the box. The box is okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It's between okay and good. I did find a Yeti for $1.99. And I had just recently found somebody online who was saying that if you can pick these up for a couple of bucks, it's worth it. I haven't looked this up, but my guess tells me this will be $10 to $15 pre-owned. We found this set of Mongoose knee pads, and these retail for about $22 for a $6 investment. So this is kind of interesting. It was in this box here, right? So it is clearly not this Dart Tag Strike Force. It is some kind of Hot Wheels Micro Machines from the late 90s set. Now, I picked it up because she only wanted $3 for it. In fact, no, she wanted $2.99 for it, so it was $3. But since this was in there, and then I noted the year, I figured it was probably worth it for $3. Inside of the bag here, I'm not a great golfer. I never will be. I do like getting out on the course, so I have an appreciation for it. Doesn't mean you have to have an appreciation for golf to buy golf clubs. It helps to kind of understand maybe some of the differences in some of the terminology. That's it. Outside of that, pick it up to your heart's desire. There was this Nike Dymo. This is a 5-wood. It also came with 2 Big Bertha women's Warbird drivers. I believe this is a 3 and a 5, or a 5 and a 7 maybe. It did come with 5 Callaway Steelhead X16 irons. The 5 of them alone, I paid $30 for this entire bag, right? So $30 for the bag and everything in it. The 5 irons from the Callaway set will probably net me about $99 if I'm lucky. At a low end, it could be about $80. And then I picked up this Diablo Edge Callaway driver. This is a 5-wood, and that ranges anywhere between, I don't know, $25 to $50. So this set here is actually perfect. What I'll do as an added bonus for anybody who buys this is I'm going to lot in the balls that are actually inside of the bag. Now, I could try to sell this locally, but my fear is that I'll miss out on a pretty large or significant amount of value here. So I think I'll just go online to eBay or some of the golf stores and try to sell it that way. But I'm guessing this $30 investment is probably going to be about $150. So that was great. Good morning, everyone. It is now Friday, and the mornings have become slightly cold in Southern California. Slightly cold is like 50 degrees. And so you know, you get below 60 and everyone's wearing jackets and hoodies and mittens and scarves, and it's hilarious. Being someone from the Midwest, I find it hilarious, but at the same time, I also partake. Now, by the time it gets to 9:30, it's hot and everyone takes their stuff off. We are now thrifting, hitting the same exact stores that we've hit the last 2 days in a row. Friday's been good to us. Let's stay consistent. Oh, Goodwill, you have been so good to me.
This looks interesting. Very generic, but interesting.
A PS2 for 20 bucks. No cords, no wires, no nothing. No. Oh yeah. And Friday continues to be successful.
Oh, this is so sweet. We're gonna plug it in and see if it works.
All right, guys, I just have to get into this right away. So take a look at that. This is a Sansui. This brand in general is very desirable for collectors. The brand sells very well, right? So Sansui is a brand I only know about because I watched Craigslist Hunter. So I should be pulling over after fees, after shipping, 75. So let's call it 100 bucks. I think I'm gonna make $150 on that item. All right, on to our last stop. We'll do our recap of what we picked up for the day. And that's it. Here we go. By the way, guys, this thrift store is called Treasure Hunt Thrift Store. And I absolutely love that name. What is it called?
That time I got reincarnated. Yeah.
All right, so the recap of what we got at our 2 stops. I didn't pick up anything in that last stop. That place, like I said, is called Treasure Hunting Thrift Store. At Goodwill, we picked up a lot of these First Alert. This is a smoke and fire detector. This is pretty good. This was $3 for this particular unit, more modern unit. This right here, this was $7.99. Now this retails for about 24 bucks after shipping. Not big money. And then for this carbon monoxide, I picked it up. I shouldn't have. The margin on it is really low. This sells and retails for about 16 bucks. I'm sitting here going, no, it wasn't a great buy. The great buy though at Goodwill was this Wolf. It's a single watch rotator or spinner. I'm guessing this is just for display purposes only. I don't know how it charges. I think there is some kind of cable that goes in there. I don't have it. This can retail from $225 all the way down to $80. Regardless, if it was 80 bucks, what a great pickup for something like this. Now, again, it shows just the slightest bit of wear, and I think that's going to affect the value considering this is an item that is intended for display purposes. So, you know, we'll do our best, but even if I could get $60 out of this item, I'm very happy. So, good pickup there. The last item at the Goodwill was this Clay Matthews jersey. This is an extra large kids. It is, of course, his time with the Green Bay Packers. I looked it up, and that is not affecting the pricing at all. I think this is going to command about 25, 30 bucks, depending upon the buyer. There are Green Bay fans out there that still love him, so that was an easy one. I urge all of you to find things like this. If you sell games, finding these loose cases are perfect for shipping single discs. And You'll probably end up going to Uline or eBay to actually find something like this to ship those in. But from time to time, Goodwill will have these. $5 for a stack of, it's probably 50 of them here. And I bought these before. They work fantastic. In fact, all my loose discs that are back there are in these colored cases right now. So I'm glad I found this. It was epic. It was epic. We did so well on that Friday, as it's always been good to me. We got the Sansui, and I sold it as of yesterday for $300 locally. It was amazing being out there this week. The profits were really good, so all I can say is I'm glad I went out. So hit that like button, please subscribe, and if you want to hit the bell for notifications when I have content coming out, please do so. Anyway, thank you again for coming by. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.